YouTube.
I'll hold for TikTok until you say go live on TikTok.
Okay. It's checking sound. It's checking sound. That's a go. Can you please say something, Claudia?
Say what? Say what?
Perfect. Thank you. And you can go live on TikTok.
Gaming4Justice is live on TikTok. Calling up. Calling up. Calling up.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Gaming4Justice. We are here live and stable so far on Twitch, twitch.tv, and youtube.com. We're on twitch.tv/MayaMama and youtube.com/Claudia Alec calling up justice. And speaking of Claudia Alec calling up justice, I have my producer, Claudia Alec, with me. And she's going to join me as a guest. Claudia, would you like to check in and say hello? Oh, also, you're on TikTok, too. We've got the TikTok. Hey, TikTok, how's it going? Go ahead, Claudia. Oh, Claudia, can you hear me? Are you muted?
I'm muted.
Oh, okay.
Person. Hey TikTok, you heard me. Maya Mama could not though because I was fully muted. I'm a professional. I do this for a living. It's to be on the Gaming4Justice live stream. And I'm about to move the computer I'm speaking to you through a little bit closer to the TikTok so they can hear you more. Awesome to be here on the show. Gender pronouns, they, theirs.
Oh, hey. I like that. I can see the TV and stuff.
Yeah.
And the people. All right. Look at that. Yeah. That's neat.
We were going to get to play the tomato game. So I'm like, I got to make it so the tomato game is viewable.
Claudia, I love how, because you make yourself, it's like you make yourself instantly into like an 80-year-old lady. And sometimes I just think it's really funny and adorable. So, yes. Anyway, so we're here on Gaming4Justice. We're going to play Princess Tomato and the Salad Kingdom. It is a game made in 1990. Here's just the front of the game right here. I realize that schedule is completely wrong too because I didn't. But that's okay. So this is Princess Tomato and the Salad Kingdom. It's a Nintendo game made in the 90s. And I love it. It's a point-and-click adventure game. I love the point-and-click adventure games. And I thought, Claudia, we could talk about examples being made. And how I'm just gonna flat out say, just in my opinion, that's not like justice, really, making an example out of someone. Weird. It's weird and punitive, and it makes the whatever the punishment is. I just think it gives me weird, inky feelings of it not being actually about the person, but it's more about I'm gonna warn all of you. When if you're which
what are some of the specific examples of
Well,
this you were
most.
hoping to reflect on in the world?
Oh, right. Specifically, I was thinking about the article in Variety that was speaking about how Will Smith needed to return his Oscar to like restore the honor of the Oscars.
All
Um,
right, we're gonna talk about the slap. You're right. I
no,
literally
I'm not talking about the slap. I'm not even talking about the slap. I don't care about the slap.
this is punitive reaction to the slap.
Yeah, we're talking about the reaction to the thing. The thing is the thing, and the thing wasn't right, and but I'm not arguing that. We're not even
Okay.
going to talk about that. What we're talking about is like punishment fitting the crime.
Okay.
And we're going to
Okay.
talk about equality of punishment and how there are a lot of white guys who I will say committed worse crimes, and no one is asking for their Oscars back. No one's even contemplating that.
Were there any other subjects? Because you brought this up like there was maybe a couple of different ways to think about what you wanted to talk about. What were the other subjects?
Um, no, I mean, I do think that our society seeks to protect white men and punish black men and black women, and well, and just anyone who is not a white man. I just I'm sorry, white man. I mean,
Okay.
it's a different pronunciation, so it's a different word.
There's a
So
there's
you
a TikTok
can't
creator who
be offended by that.
there's a TikTok creator that puts so much emphasis on the huh when they're saying the white. It's just so phlegmy that I actually can't listen to her anti-racist discourse. It's
Oh, it's
fire.
too.
It's so funny.
Mm.
It's so disgusting. Like she starts to talk about the white people, and I'm just like, ugh, ugh. That's hilarious though. Well, Maya Mama, I see Princess Tomato in Salad Kingdom here on the screen. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's really weird. I'm very excited to give it a go. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm starting the sound. It's you don't have to listen to the sound if you don't want to. It's just like that 8-bit doopy doo kind of music.
I would love to allow my audience to hear the music for a hot second, so I'm going to mute myself so they can
Okay.
listen to this.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let's begin, shall we? Oh. There we go. Many growing seasons ago, when there was a place where vegetables lived happily and in harmony. One day, Minister Pumpkin betrayed King Broccoli. He kidnapped Princess Tomato and stole the turnip emblem. He took them to his castle in the Zucchini Mountains. He sent his cruel farmies out to terrorize all the vegetables in the Salad Kingdom. Shortly thereafter, the poor king died from the loss of his beautiful daughter. But he promised you, brave Sir Cucumber, the princess's hand and the kingdom if you bring them back safely. That seems to be a pretty big... Oh no, I looks like I'm slipping into unstable.
I think you're okay. I think you're okay.
Okay.
I can still see you. You froze for a hot second, but then you
Yeah.
came back.
Okay, well, let's just, we're just gonna keep going. Okay.
I'll let you know if it freezes on my end.
Okay. If you bring them back... Yeah, anyway, I was gonna say it's a pretty unilateral decision of the king to make before he dies. that the Sir Cucumber just gets to marry the princess, but okay.
Very patriarchal, but that's
Yeah.
alright.
Alright, Godspeed, Sir Cucumber! And now it says, hurry, Saladoria is down this path. The Zucchini Mountains are over yonder. And we can move and look and check and talk and take and use and give and buy and hit and fight and praise and dump an item and Percy. What is Percy?
How do you Percy?
And it's going to
How
say,
do you
who could
Percy?
Percy be? That's what it's asking us. Who is Percy? I don't know. All right, let's look around.
Alright, so I am seeing you are getting up to
Yeah.
the wheel of Frozen.
I can
but it's
see
not
it right now.
doing awesome. Who could Percy be?
Okay. Let's check this.
Are we looking? What are
I'm
we
looking at some stuff. We're looking at what's going on the road. It's just going very, very slow. You're right.
It's interesting. You know, I keep having learning moments with your system, and also because we're playing different games every time we do this.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're using an emulator to play this game?
I am. Yes.
Do you think that impacts the OBS or any of the streaming stuff you're doing?
I don't think so. It didn't yesterday when I tested it. It's actually, like, it doesn't use barely anything. Like The Sims 4 uses so much more. It takes up so much more space. It's so much more high powered. Like, this is just a Nintendo emulator. It's, I mean, not just, because it is valuable and I really like it, and obviously I'm using it, so.
Well,
So it is of use, but, yeah.
I see that it says there's a small red flower on the road.
Yeah. Okay. It's been sitting there like that. Anyway, let's... I know my sound's getting a little blitzy. Okay, so, oh, whoops, I did it again. So, let's, check the flower. Oh, let's check the vicinity first. And I can see it's real slow. There, it's trying. There it goes. Sure is a nice day. And we're gonna check the flower. And it says, it's red and pretty. Let's take it. Let's just take the flower. Why not? It smells nice. And now let's move forward. Oh! This is the celery forest. There's a baby persimmon. Anybody out there like persimmons?
Love a persimmon. Love a ripe persimmon.
Yeah, you're gonna see that little... Look at that little baby persimmon there.
It's a baby. It's not ripe. It's not my taste.
No. Let's check him. Check him out. Check out this baby. Looks like he needs water. Let's try talking to him. He says, "What? Water." Let's look at our items. No, we don't have any water. Let's get out of here.
You know what? I think I like this game. This game seems really sweet.
Yeah, it's
like
cute.
You're like a vegetable in the forest. You're doing nice things.
You can see your shadow when you move forward in Spinach, the intersection of Spinach Heights. Oh yeah, now it's working really well. Okay, so we're good to go. But let's see. So let's look around. It's always good to look. Spinach all around. Let's check the signpost. It has 3 names: Lake Quench, Saladoria, and Melon Patch. Let's check the spinach. It's ready for harvest. I I don't think I should take the signpost, because then other people will get lost, right? That's not nice. Let's take some spinach, though. Okay. So now we have spinach. I think we should go to the lake.
Already kind of disturbing, because there is vegetables, but do they eat vegetables? Like,
yes.
Are vegetables eating vegetables?
They live in everything is vegetable in this. Fruit or vegetable. Everything is fruit or vegetable unless it isn't. It's such a strange world. Because there are some things that just aren't fruit or vegetable.
Now,
except they exist.
You had brought up earlier, maybe 10 minutes ago, that you wanted to talk about
birds.
About justice, or what you were talking about, like punitive justice, and how punitive justice often felt like it was more about making a threat to other people than making justice happen with the person it's being done on.
Exactly. Like, what are you upset about? What is your goal? What is this? It seems like they just want to hurt. Okay, it seems like there are people out there who are embarrassed by Will Smith's behavior and want to punish him as a representative, as being a bad representative of our race.
That part. And here's something that's even more dangerous. So you've got the respectability politics piece of it. And the guy who wrote the article that you're referring to, because it was like a Variety article, article in Variety being like, Will Smith should just calling for punitive justice and things to be done on Will Smith. Who wrote that? A black man wrote it. Why did that black man write that article? I'm going to make some guesses right now. And here's the problem. I like Harry Lennox. As an actor, as a performer, I enjoy his work. I'm mad at him for having written that article, because now I can't enjoy his work in the future as much, because now I know what kind of a person he is.
Yep.
A white person couldn't write that article because the racism would be too obvious. They had to have a black person write it. The black person writes it because the black person is trying to get points in Hollywood. How do you make, well, you want to make your white producers happy. You want to make those folks who have power happy? Well, how about you do that thing? How about you say that thing out loud that we can't say?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, but also, and this is complicated because we have a family that has a lot of black folks who are into respectability politics.
Yes.
So I love my people, but I do understand that respectability won't save us, but they think it will. And they think they're protecting us. They think that when they shame us, like when they tried to shame me for having hair that isn't only black and very straight and looking like I want to assimilate into whiteness. If I have hair that's different, anything I'm doing, they will try to punish me more than white society would, because they want to protect me.
It's a fear response. It's a fear response. It's a trauma response.
It's like the parent that punishes the child more harshly because they're trying to like make the child understand that the world will really hurt them. You know?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Toughen them up, as it were. And no. I mean, I don't agree with that.
I love you. Hello. It's good to see you.
Hi, everybody.
I keep doing this. I keep having a conversation with you, and then we stop playing the game.
Okay, so I grabbed some water from the lake, and now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna give it to that little persimmon, because look at him.
Yeah.
He's still there. Okay, let's give water to him. He drank it. I think it worked. Oh no. Oh, don't give it away. I'm pushing the wrong buttons. Okay, let's talk to him. He says, delicious.
That's a very articulate baby.
Mm-hmm. I'm Percy. And all of a sudden he has clothes on, too. I just escaped from the farmies. My friends are in the melon patch. The farmies have stopped giving them water. The farmies are so cruel. We must go help the melons. Oh, whoops. Now he's gonna tell me that again. I'm so sorry. Excuse me.
Doing
I'm so
this
sorry.
in the face. Oh my god, that's so dumb.
Okay, and now
Who the farmies are.
what?
Who are the farmies? Will I find
Oh,
out?
the farmies work for the bad guy. The bad guy who stole Princess Tomato, who kidnapped Princess Tomato.
Okay, got it.
And those are his minions, his soldiers or whatever. They're farmies, and I would imagine that for a vegetable, world, a plant world type of place, that a farmy would be like the worst, like really scary. Okay, so let's go. Move. Oh, he says, look where you're going. Fine, I will. Get the heck out of my way. He says, thanks for saving me, boss. Alright, now we can look.
Wow.
Yeah, that
You
would be
gave
Percy.
You gave this persimmon some water, and the persimmon's like, I'm yours for life. Let's do this.
Yeah, he's like, ride or die, bro. Ride or die. I just got myself a ride or die, bro. Alright, little baby persimmon. Yikes. This is a really big responsibility. Can I just, like, dump? Damn, I can't dump Percy.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm joking. I kid, kind of, but you can't. So it doesn't matter anyway, right?
That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
I think we should go to the Percy said that there's a problem at the patch. Now, like, there's a ton of stuff at the lake, too. So it just depends on, should we go to the melon patch, or should we go to the lake first? Which one?
All right,
I'm
audience.
asking you all.
Hey, TikTok, friends on TikTok. Melon Patch, or what was the other location?
The lake.
The lake or the melon patch? The lake or the melon patch? Just go ahead and write it in the chat. Lake or melon patch, and Maya Mama will go to that location.
We can't go to town yet because we have to go to the lake and the melon patch first.
That's fine. Let's check out the patch. Let's check out the lake.
Okay. There we go. Ah, this is Lake Quench. So let's look around. It's a beautiful lake. Let's check the water. It's cold and clear. And the nest. There's a nest there with a gold coin in it. And a big tree. It must be very old. What do you think the tree's made out of? Just normal tree stuff? It looks like a normal tree. See, that's the thing. It's, everything's a vegetable except if it's not. The mountains are vegetables, except when they're not.
So I wanted to share with you. So earlier today, I was in the Liberated Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Clubhouse, and the topic that Matthew had picked was microaggressions. And it was a funny conversation because you can't invite me anywhere. I'm always going to start a fight, right? So they're like, let's talk about microaggressions. And then one person's like, well, you know what the problem with microaggressions is? We teach microaggressions because white people want to have a way to talk about racism that makes it feel like it's smaller. But they're all macro. Everything's big. And I was like, well, that's a super cute idea. Like, I can totally understand why you'd want to say it like that. But actually, microaggressions were invented by a black guy. A black guy invented that concept. And he invented it because supremacy culture likes to pretend if it can make a harm to you illegible or difficult to describe. If they can make that harm happen as if it's just a part of some other natural process, then that makes it something that you can't call out and it didn't even happen. And in some ways, was it even violence, right? And so microaggressions let us name the violence that can take place verbally with a compliment, with somebody smiling and acting like they're being nice. And I was thinking of it because the world freaked out over the slap. Like, a lot of discourse has been happening around it. And part of that discourse is about really policing who gets to name what violence is, who gets to name what proper responses are. And it just reminded me of microaggressions and how microaggressions are violence.
Yes, violence is violence. But oftentimes people will take the violence is violence to the extreme and say, well, if violence is violence, then we should punish everybody extremely. But we're actually going to start with somebody who is of a marginalized class so we can feel better about punishing him. Because here's the thing. I'm not saying that he does or does not deserve the punishment. I'm talking about it's about
Really?
sentencing. It's about sentencing. This is about sentencing.
Ooh, say more. Say more.
This is like does the punishment fit the crime when we have literally people have won Oscars and they've also drugged and assaulted people. And they still have their Oscars. Some people who are in jail and have Oscars, and that's still theirs. But these are people in power, and we are taking, and then we are punishing someone for. I'm not saying it was right, but I'm gonna say a crime of less impact. As far as I've been able to tell, because I am not Chris Rock, so I don't know how he is. I don't know how he's feeling.
Fine.
But
Chris is fine. We don't
but
have to
he
worry
seems
about
fine. He seems fine, so I'm not worried about him. But I'm gonna say this is a crime of less impact, and we're punishing him as if, and it's inequitable. And that's where we come from. It's like, oh, so this is how we're going to punish this guy. And then it makes them look like they're like woke, like they're thinking about like, like they're like, look at us, we're protecting black people and black women. And it's like,
well, that's the excuse. Supremacy culture loves to enact violence and then say, oh, we were doing this violence to protect these people. It's just like you're doing violence to women. You're doing violence to black people. It's not because you're trying to protect women. You're just using them as an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue that American culture is always eager to punish and to visibly discipline black people. American culture loves to see a black person being disciplined. They don't want us acting too uppity. They don't like that Will Smith has all that power. He and his wife acting all uppity. Need to discipline him.
Yeah, they don't like success. They do not like to see us shine.
Oh, they do not.
And again, this has nothing to do with the slap. We're talking about justice. Is this justice?
Well, what is justice? I mean, what is justice in the context of the Oscars, or even in the context of America? Oh my gosh, is this some kind of shrine?
Yes. It looks like you can read. So congratulations, Mrs. Lawrence. Me too. I'm just kidding. I mean, that was our kindergarten teacher. Yes. Anyway, let's see. It is. Let's look at it. It says it's a stone apple statue. Let's check it. It is. Let's check the shrine. It says, oh, it's such a lonesome shrine. Let's check the statue. It says, aren't apples supposed to be red? Let's try talking to it. Hello? He doesn't talk back. Oh. How interesting. I coded this statue as femme.
Me too.
That's so interesting. He does not talk back. He doesn't talk back. Okay. Let's take him.
I think it's the eyelashes.
And it says, leave it alone. Okay. Sorry.
Like,
let's
what's up? Why are you stealing from a shrine?
let's give it something. Should we give it? Let's give it the flower.
Yeah, that's dope.
Here.
That is an awesome idea.
Oh look,
What happened?
the flower's on the shrine now, just under. That's so nice. What does
Cool.
Percy have to say? Percy says, "Please bless us on our mission to save Princess Tomato." Boss,
Oh,
listen.
that's
He said that Minister Pumpkin passed through here a couple days ago. What? Oh my gosh. Percy can talk to the statue. Alright, that's not bad. It's because he's a baby. That's why. I guess. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now. Okay, let's go back. And we've already checked everything here, so let's go back again. And now, let's go to the melon patch. Oh. This is the melon patch. The farmies put up this big fence.
Oh,
How like a farmy, right?
no, I like to be open-minded, and I don't judge people.
Oh, look,
for
look,
the-
look, look!
Part of.
Cherry birds! There go the cherry birds! Nature and in all its splendor. Oops, sorry. It's a dead end. Now let's check. Let's check the sign. It says no vegetables. Racist. Seems a little racist. Let's check the fence. It's very strong. Let's check the bush. These bushes are so thick. Ah, there's someone in the bush. Let's move to the bush.
Okay.
Okay. Look, boss. It's Prince Lettuce. Of course, Princess Tomato and Prince Lettuce. That's nice. He looks terrible. Let's look at him. Let's look at him. He's buried in the ground.
Does not look like
Let's
a
check
healthy
him.
prince. Prince
He's
is looking
unconscious.
like-
Let's try talking to him. How can an unconscious man talk? How can you call a head of lettuce a man?
I'm wondering if you can find like a Meghan Markle type of vegetable to hook up with this sad, sick-looking prince. Just saying. It's looking pretty.
I know. I was thinking about like. Here's the thing. This is. Oh, now we're talking about this. Okay, so Harry done flopped up enough times in his life that he had to continually educate himself.
Uh-huh.
Every time he did something gross and awful and terrible, he had to educate himself again and talk to more people. So, as opposed to his brother who didn't talk to anybody and, and who did not learn anything. So, that is all I will say. I'm not saying that Harry is perfect because I doubt he is. I doubt he is. I mean,
Well, he's a very, very rich white man from a family full of colonists.
right.
I don't know how you fix that, but Megan's gonna try.
But also, like, he's like the least racist person in his family.
I don't think that gives him any point.
No. I didn't say it gave me it.
Having more racist
I'm just-
relatives than-
I didn't say it makes him better. It just means that's just where he sits in my brain.
Right, so
Oh,
what-
look at you with the links, Claudia, on the Twitch, dropping those links. Okay, let's give him some water.
I was gonna say, give him some water, because I don't know if he eats spinach.
He's soaking it up. Oh, he woke up. What's up, dude?
Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy.
Let's
I'm
talk
excited
to
about
him. Okay, he says, Percy, it's you. Thank you for saving my life. There is a passage under the fence. The melons need your help. I'm all right. Please save the others. Minister Pumpkin's farmies will destroy all of us vegetables. We must stop him. Yeah, that's his voice now. That's his voice now.
That sounds exactly like
That
him.
voice exists in your brain, in your heart, where the canon of this game will also live.
All the time. I play this game by myself. That's what I will do.
Okay, how do we get into the...
Ooh!
Oh, I know. Let's hit the fence, maybe. Because we gotta
That's a
get through
great
the fence. Let's hit
Yeah.
it.
Let's hit it.
Can I
You
hit it? It rattled.
Yes.
Okay, let's hit it again.
Okay.
Knock, knock. Nothing happened. Okay.
No.
Let's check
Take
it.
it.
Let's check the fence. It's super strong. Do we have
The
anything?
hole go through. There wasn't a hole in the fence?
Oh, okay, let's check the bush again. They're very
Okay.
thick. The sign says no vegetables. The fence, it's very strong.
Ooh, the sign. See if you can take the sign.
It's attached to the fence.
Hoping that
Do I have
removing
any
this-
items? No. You can't use water on it.
I do not, unless it's made out of rice paper. So I wanted to bring up Katanji Brown Jackson in our
Yeah.
conversation because I'm thinking about this is a really rich topic you chose about punitive justice and how punitive justice is never about actually punishing that person. It's about doing something else. And I'm thinking about the super weird sort of talking points that the Republican Party was doing, where they were trying to convince us all that somehow the most qualified judge of all time, who was so good that they recommended her for all these other jobs, but now they all of a sudden want us to believe that she supports child porn. And that's what they're saying. They're telling everybody. They just love to say it. They say it all the time. And I was like,
It's because it's a Q talking point. It's because it's a bullshit Q talking point.
Yes,
Sorry,
that's
pardon my language.
100%. But also, oh, I see that there's sick melons. You made it through the fence. How'd you make it through the fence?
I just clicked it and then it said passage, and I went oh, and I just went in. I don't know where it came from.
That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. All right, I'm going to finish this up real quick because I want to walk these plants and get to it. So I was thinking this was all the talking point was made because the Republicans wanted to suggest that she was not strong enough with her sentencing. Like the entire talking point is this judge was soft on crime. This judge was soft on these perpetrators that are so evil, which is why they used it as a talking point. That these bad guys, she lets these kind of people like this, she lets them go. But she didn't. She did normal sentencing guidelines. She did the same
Who set those guidelines? Who set those guidelines?
The Republicans. She's
Yes.
literally doing exactly what they're... But here's the thing. There will never be enough jail. There will never be enough discipline and punishment for black people for the Republicans. The Republicans want a world where where we define anyone that is politically unaligned with their white, cis, hetero, project. Their capitalist project to enrich themselves. If any of us belong to the classes that they don't want to exist, they want to be able to criminalize us. And they want that criminalization to be normalized and so dangerous that none of us ever think of doing anything that disturbs the way they want to run stuff because we're afraid of being jailed.
Yeah.
It's also the entire point of all of this horrible stuff they're doing with women's reproductive rights. There's already been women who've been caught up in the criminal justice system because of it.
And I believe I might have read because it's very upsetting, but I might have read that that in fact she was the woman who was charged with murder did not in fact actually have an abortion.
No. She just said something that one of the people at the hospital decided meant that she'd done something wrong, and they wanted her to be punished for it.
Yep.
And so then they called the police on her, and then the police punished her, and it took a while for her to be freed.
Yeah.
It's monstrous. Sorry.
Monstrous, because that's an awful and horrible moment of her life anyway. She was suffering anyway, and then they just compounded on that.
Whoa.
It's just like, y'all are flipping monsters. You guys are monsters. Anybody who would treat another human being like that is a monster.
Yep.
My picture is unstable again, but that's okay because we're not actually playing. So, but my voice is coming through. My voice is still being recorded. So,
You've been seeing stuff happen.
Oh, I went backwards and I got more water from the lake because these melons look like heck.
I thought that's what you were doing. Water. That was.
I was like, oh, that's something I could just do really fast while Claudia's talking, because I'm like, yeah, like, to, I guess back to your original point with Judge Jackson, it was we get punished for following the rules. Like you're trying to punish us for following your rules. That's flippin' bizarre.
She's being punished because she's not rabid. She was not using the rules to always and almost exclusively hurt and harm and punish black folks. So, they needed to make sure we all understood that this black woman would not use the criminal justice system to do the things that they think the criminal justice system should be doing, which is mostly criminalizing black and brown people for the profit of them.
Okay, I gave it all my water to the melons. Let's look at them. It says we found the melons, and let's check them. I think they can all talk now. Let's talk to the Napa. A Napa melon? Okay. He says, thanks for the water. I'll be okay now. And then the cantaloupe says, please take this gate pass. You can get past the gate or guard with it. Oh, cool.
These melons don't look jacked up to me. They do not look healthy.
Yeah, I don't think that they are. I think that they're just like, they've had some water, and that's helpful to them, but they're not,
They're still in dire straits.
Yeah. And frankly, there are farmies all over the place, and like, there's nothing that Cucumber and Percy can do.
Right.
Like the best they can do is sneak through and give them some water, and then they have to run away because there is an evil regime that is enslaving their people. If we want to make it dramatic. Okay, let's talk to this honeydew. He says, I thought we would die. All right, guy. Take it down a notch. You're fine. Watermelon. I was so thirsty. Of course you were. You're like mostly water. What do we do now? Do we talk to all of them? I think we can go now. Bye. Let's get some more water, though, before... I think...
Yeah, because it, like, emptied your entire pot.
Yeah, and you can only carry 3. Oops, wrong way. I know. Let's go. Back. Gotta go back.
In time. Boom, boom, boom,
Boom, boom. That's all I'm going to do, because I don't know what the rules are on music. I'm not a music lawyer.
We're not allowed to sing half a song to reference a song in tune. I think you're right. I think that if we do it, we have to pay them money.
Yeah.
Because we used their song.
We have to pay them.
That's right. You and me would have
Which
to
is,
find something
isn't that
back in
is that kind of
time.
crazy? I wonder what
That's
the,
Henry Lewis in the news. Henry Lennox in the news.
no,
That's
Huey Lewis. He lives just outside of, yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like a nice enough fellow, from what I've heard. I've never met him. But I've met people that have met him, and nobody has complained or said anything negative. And I have a weird stamp on my head that tells people that they can tell me anything. So,
You know, Maya, I have that same stamp. It's weird. But I know, here's the thing is I do it to other people, though. I will just be talking to someone, and I will say something where they're like, wow, that was really personal. And I'm like, it was? Okay.
Sometimes I'll like info dump things, and then I'll be like, I mean, it's just like, if you're going to like have interactions with me, it's always a good idea to like know who I am. And these aren't things I'm embarrassed or ashamed of. That's how I feel about things. It might seem like too much information. We made it. This is the main entrance to Saladoria. Let's look. There's a guard asking for your pass. Let's check. The guard. He looks tough. Let's check the gate. Is the guard a radish and the wall a radish? Yes. But they are not the same.
I thought it was a parsnip, not a radish.
No, those are like daikon, maybe?
Oh, daikon, yeah. No.
But, I think, yeah. It's like, wow, so is he... Yeah, I'm sorry, that's too... Let's talk to him. He says, where is your pass? Let's use the pass that Melon gave us?
Yeah, that'll do.
Use it. Oh. It says this is not your pass. You don't look like the man in the picture. What? Surrender this pass and go away. God dang it.
Oh no, you lost the pass?
Oh. No, he's gone.
Okay, this is what I think you need to do.
Give him gold?
No. I loved it. I'm just like, I don't like him, so I don't want to do that. I want to get that pass again. So I'm going to say go back and see if you can get that pass again.
No.
Do you think that
no. No, of course he only has one pass. I don't think... No, that's just... That just wasn't the way. It's a different... There is a different way.
Maybe you could make yourself
look
like
says.
Like you get a melon pass, and then you just, melonify yourself.
Okay, let's, it says, let's move. Let's go back. Hold on, let's check something. Hold on, let's, Oh, he fell asleep. And that was it.
Had to leave and then come back?
Yeah, he fell asleep. As Percy says, hey, sometimes he falls asleep, so let's just go. And then I left and I went back and then he was asleep. So then we walked past. And then Percy says, ouch, sorry boss, I fell down and lost some stuff. Like any of the items that were not important.
I see.
The miscellaneous ones. And then it's like, congratulations. Here's the password for your adventure up to this point. Make sure to write it down.
And now we get a password.
And look, in the picture, you'll see there's Percy right there. And there's Sir Cucumber right underneath him.
Is that who we are? Are we a cucumber?
Yes, he is Sir Cucumber. Percy the Persimmon. His name is probably Persimmon, but he's called Percy for short. And Sir Cucumber is a cucumber. Just like Prince Lettuce is a head of lettuce.
I need you to keep going. I'm still confused. You know what this is reminding me of? This is reminding me of Dimension 20s. They did an entire D&D campaign where they were all fruits and vegetables. It was pretty dope. They were all
neat.
food. They were all food. Because, like, one person was like a gummy barbarian. It was pretty dope. I quite enjoyed it.
Okay. It says, we got into Saladoria while the guard was sleeping. This is Orange Park. Look. There's someone sitting over there on the bench. He looks like a big garlic. That's not an insult. He looks like a big garlic. Let's check that garlic. He's a wanderer. Oh, he's a wanderer. The bench. It's his bed.
Oh, that's not great.
People throw coins into the fountain. I'm gonna do something. I want to see if it'll work. Let's hit the fountain. A coin sprang out, and I'm going to take the coin.
My mama, is
Yes.
this a homeless vegetable?
Yes.
There's wealth disparity in this game.
Yeah.
There's not only there's a kingdom, which means there's hierarchy, and there's also wealth disparity. Man, this is fantasy at all.
He's a wanderer. Didn't you?
Wanderer.
That's what
a real
when I
nice way to
checked
say
him,
that.
garlic. It says he's a wanderer, which I'm thinking is like some sort of migratory group of people. Let's talk to him. He's it says an old scholar lives on the mountainside. Go and talk to him. He says, "Hey, no more free info. Get me a cup of coffee." Okay. That's fair.
Is it weird and unhealthy that a kid's game would normalize homelessness?
I mean, I'm trying to think of a big kid's story that's adventurous and stuff that doesn't in some way show some kind of like power struggle or wealth disparity or things like that. That just exists. That's just a thing that exists. So I don't know if it's like normalizing it any more than coloring the sky blue normalizes it. I just think that it's a really, I don't know. Am I
that though? Because I'm having a moment of clarity, and that moment of clarity is that you shouldn't have to. Homelessness is not normal. Homelessness is an engineered condition by the rich. The rich hoard homes and use them to extract wealth from regular people. And so homelessness is a created condition. So it's not normal.
No, it is not.
I'm only having this idea right now because of this conversation, so thank you.
But, so then that means you're also correct in that all of our media and normalizes homelessness as just a part of society, an unfortunate part of society.
Well,
So
we'll see.
even in this game, so he's not interested in talking to us anymore. Let's should we go to Main Street, Delhi, or the mountainside? They said that there's some old man on the mountainside that will give me more info. Okay, let's just go see who he is. Let me move that mouse arrow out of the way. Ah, the mountains. Let's look, shall we? I'm laughing. Hey, it's Mr. Corn, it says. Like we should know that. Like we've seen him previously in the story.
You know.
Hey, it's Mr. Corn. You know, old Mr. Corn. What?
From the corn days.
Is that a thing? Okay, let's check out the vicinity. it's so silly. I have a little bit of a lag, it looks like. It says that the ground is covered in clover. So, and now I'm going to check Mr. Corn. He has trouble hearing. And I'm going to check the shack. And it says, it's a typical shepherd's hut. And now the clover looks nice. That's a great description. Really succinct and to the point. Let's we're not going to take Mr. Corn. We're going to take some clover. Well, okay. Should we take Mr. Corn?
Should we take him?
Let's try. It says, how cruel.
Yeah.
Okay, we won't do that. Let's just talk to him.
We can't take a person.
He says, I hate the city.
Okay.
And now he says, at the antique shop, you can exchange gold for Celadorian coins.
Oh.
He can't hear us anymore. I don't think that it's that he can't hear us anymore. I think he is ignoring us.
That seems, yeah.
Which is his right. He can be like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. That's fine.
Maya Mama, I'm remembering that you had us play a game where it was like a survival game and you were a homeless person. That was a pretty intense game. Do you remember the name of that game? Homelessness makes no game.
Oh.
Change?
I believe it was called something about change, a homeless experience, and it was really, really difficult because I did play it once all the way through, and it was very, very difficult.
It found it to be a really powerful moment that you gave us. I emotionally couldn't stay in it for as long as you did to play the full game.
I played it, yeah. Well, see, because it's a survival game. So it's like, how many days can you survive? And I did not make it very many days. And I tried really hard. But it was like there were interesting elements in it. Like, if you have a uterus, a working uterus, then you have a cycle.
Yeah,
and if you don't have money, you can't afford hygiene products. And that lowers your hygiene, and that makes it harder for you to interact with the public. It makes it harder for you to be able to try to make money. It's awful for your self-image. It layers and layers and layers on things that are just in the game. About since you have a uterus, then this is one of the things, additional things that you're going to have to worry about. Yeah. And you already have to worry about, finding places to bathe.
Yeah.
And clean yourself. So, it's a great game. I have to be honest, I feel like it was... Part of me feels like it was very inexpensive to free. But it was a really great game, and I found it on Steam. But yeah, I 100% recommend it. Let's move to the deli. Hey! The deli, I'm starving. Look at that lady. What do you suppose? That's rude. We don't have to ask her what she is. Oh, this is Miss Peachy. She's from down south. I know that the picture and the sound are off by a little bit, but oh my goodness.
She's from down south.
Yeah. She's cute. Let's check the interior. This deli is a nationwide franchise. Oh, Cool. So they have franchises as well as kingdoms. Let's check out the sandwich. Peanut butter and avocado. My favorite. This game was made in 1990. And now let's check out the Miss Peachy. She is a college student. She's majoring in speech. How do you know that? I think it's Percy is telling us these things, but also, how does he know that?
Oh, that's kind of amazing. Percy's like keeps his ear close to the ground because he's a baby.
Yeah, but he's not a baby? I don't understand. Because he's like, he'll talk. He could talk to like, Apple statue gods or whatever. Let's talk to her. She says, howdy, y'all. We have good sandwiches. What would y'all like? Okay, that's all she says. And then we're not going to hit her. Sorry. Let's go to buy.
Can you even afford?
Oh, no. We don't have... All we have is 1 gold, and I don't...
Sandwich buying money?
No. Why you lying? Why you always lying? She says, y'all come back real soon, you hear? This is Orange Park. Okay. The ground kind of looks like an orange, doesn't it? With the little polka dots in the park. It's kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah, that does actually kind of remind you of an orange skin. Now that you said that.
Okay.
It doesn't look orange to me, though. It looks very... Now that you've said it, though, I'm like, oh, yeah, totally.
I think maybe that's the effect that they were going for. So, okay, we're on Main Street. Let's look. It says there are rows and shops on both sides. Okay. It is actually time for us
You know, it's hilarious. I actually have now gotten slightly caught up into this game. I'm like, what's going to happen with these vegetables?
I don't know.
Should we beat the farmies? What's going to happen? I love it. This was a very pleasant and chill creative space to be in.
It was nice. Should we play this again sometime? You think? I have the game saved, so we can pick it up right off from where we started.
Amazing.
And I do love. It is fun to play with a controller. I have a USB Super Nintendo controller, and it was really fun. It's nice classic feel. Although this was a Nintendo game. I really liked, when I was a kid, this game, Maniac Mansion, and a game called Deja Vu that I was far too young to really understand what it was. It was like a noir game, and I remember I got into a car and it exploded because somebody had planted a bomb in there, and I was like, like 10.
Yeah.
I did not. I mean, it was funny. Because our parents were just like, it's a video game. Those are for kids.
Your age. We were so showing our age. Because, parents didn't know enough to even, know what to protect us from at that age. Or back then. It was the early days. It was the early days of gaming. My mama, the first video game I ever played there was a controller, right? It had a joystick.
Uh-huh.
And this is before the Tandy. This is pre-Tandy. Julian had some kind of a setup where he had a keyboard and a joystick and could plug into the TV, and you could play an asteroid game. It'd be like boop 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 beep 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 choo choo choo. And I thought it was the future.
Well, it was.
It was at the time. It was the future.
Yeah. Now it's the past. But the only reason is because that's how time works. I have no other explanation, honestly.
Amazing conversation about justice, Maya Mama. I love like when you're like, let's just do a chill game where we're just like maybe chatting about a few things and playing a game.
Absolutely, I really enjoy it. And it's it's such a cute game, and also this game, like any game, if it's about society of some sort, a society of some sort, there's going to be questions and topics of justice that are just going to be in them.
Yes, I
Uh,
guess so. Not expecting for this game to bring up a like an actual justice topic.
yeah.
Oh, I love our audience. Oh, the kitten is sick. I'm sorry about the kitten.
Oh, poor baby. Poor baby.
All right, I love that we're sending a kitten love through several different computers across state lines. Sending so much kitten love. Amazing conversation around punitive justice and black folks and how it doesn't how it doesn't feel right. Like you were like this doesn't feel right. You were on it. You were on it.
Yeah, it just it feels wrong and ugly, and I'm just not about it. That's how I feel. I'm not about that, and I'm gonna be about things that I'm about, whatever that means. All right. Well, so this is the part of the show where I forget what to do, and how to say goodbye to people. Um, so then I like talk really slow. I usually talk for a while, and then I like will randomly just like interrupt like the middle of what I'm saying with like just like a me reading some kind of like closing script. It's just this it's like it's this new thing. I mean, I've just been working on it, and but I don't know if it's gonna work. But you know, I continually and constantly will try to do it, you know. Because honestly, I just want to thank you for joining us. Today we played Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom. It's a Nintendo Entertainment uh, system from 1990. We played it on an emulator I found on the internet. You can find that on theinternet.com. Gaming4Justice is a Calling of Justice production. Special thanks to producer and guest Claudia Alec. Thanks to graphic designers Lucy Millslow and Maya Millslow. For more information on Calling of Justice, visit our website, callingofjustice.com. There are lots of links in the chat and in the notes. Also, check out our Instagram at MayaMama79, at Mayasplaining, at Calling Up Justice Now, at Claudia Alec, at We Charge Genocide TV, and on our TikToks at Claudia Alec Love and at MayaMama79. Come back next time, Wednesday at 4 Pacific Time on twitch.tv, our YouTube page, and right there on TikTok. Bye!